This painting is called the Zapatista Army of National Liberation. It's actually an interesting story about Mexico. On the 1st of January 1994, the Zapatista Army of National Liberation, who are indigenous people, stormed the town hall in Chiapas in Mexico over signing of NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement. They ratified Mexico's constitution, which would have then made it illegal for indigenous people to collectively own their land. As a result of the armed insurgency, the Mexican government sent in their soldiers and they shot 300 people. The Catholic Church then came in and intervened on behalf of the Zapatistas, and a treaty was signed between the Zapatista Army of National Liberation and the Mexican government. It granted them autonomy to control and run their own communities, which they have set up through Tabasco, Oaxaca, Chiapas, and the southern regions of Mexico. They have their own universal healthcare system, indigenous education, free healthcare, the rights to collectively own their land and to work their land, and their own form of autonomous governance, of which they actually elect their own councils and their own governments independently of the Mexican state. So they would be considered to be anarchist by Western standards, although they do not use the term anarchist to describe Zapatista's ideologies that were led by Comandante Marcos. They cover their faces and are wearing the traditional Mexican indigenous outfits, with their faces covered because they do still face harassment by Mexico's government, even though they have got treaties and rights to collectively control their land and their communities. In the foothills of Chiapas, I never had a chance to go to their communities when I was in that region. I have been to San Cristobal before and have been through Chiapas and Oaxaca, but I never got a chance to go to the communities, which I'd probably love to get the chance to do, to actually look at how they collectively organise and run their communities autonomously. Anyway, that's the story behind that painting.